So we're now gonna move on to the last game of Group D, Sepahan versus Al-Nassr. I don't think this is going to be a difficult game for us to unpack because there's only one player to talk about, and that one player is Abdul Razak Hamdallah, the 29-year-old Moroccan player who plays for Al-Nassr for a couple of seasons now, banging in all them goals.
Yeah, he's doing really well for them. Like Mr. Consistent.
In addition to his exceptional performance, he faced a very poor Sepahan defense line in a very short amount of time, as we all discussed. I kind of feel like I'm repeating myself.
Let's not take credit away from Hamdallah for his quality in both games, but the defending from Sepahan in both games was shocking. That was the worst defense. I mean, we spoke about Alain's defense being bad, but Sepahan couldn't get a job at Alain, right? Those defenders. So it was poor. They were so static, all just looking to each other for help of what to do. And they had like 7-8 guys in their box at times. Like they were really pressed back, not just in set pieces, but also just in open play. They really sat back in numbers, but just no pressure, no aggression, no passion, no communication. Everyone's in the right place, but no one's moving. No one's doing anything.
That's very visible in the match day 3 game, the first goal, the set piece, which Hamdallah scored again. It's what really gets into me is how prepared he was. The defender should have cleared the ball, but he was ready behind him. He didn't sort of, leave the ball. Thinking, okay, he's gonna clear it.
He pounced on the opportunity, and that's when a striker's in form, is when they're chasing the ball. So it's good to see Hamdallah really be willing to chase the ball, to run after the ball, and create these chances. Because at the moment, as much as the team are helping him, and I'm not discrediting the team, he is really the reason why they dominated in match day 3 and 4.
Yeah, I'm looking at their team. Actually managed to steal a couple of players from their rival club, Sepahan, with Givelisiani. I think he's from Georgia.
Okay.
And Mohamed Nejad Mahdi plays for Sepahan, amazing player. But yes, they have all been declined. No one played good from Sepahan. I just wanted to add, since the competition was sort of kept on held, Sepahan, obviously, I told you they've made some transfer windows and they've lost their manager due to poor domestic results. So something's got to change in that team.
That's another thing. I mean, I know we keep going back to lockdown, but that is a huge factor on all of these clubs.
Fitness, right? What do you want to say? Yeah,
fitness, but mental sharpness, right? Because there's confidence when you're not playing football, and then when you do and you're not getting results, and your manager leaves. People don't always turn on each other. They don't believe in each other or themselves as much as they used to, and they're just kind of drifting. Defending was shocking in these 2 matches, but
especially the second goal.
In general,
put it up for everyone to see.
And that's the thing. I feel like I said, everyone's in the right position on the pitch, but no one's doing anything. Do you know what I mean? It was like they're ghosts. They're just
the team. They were not up for it. Yeah, it's you said enough. It's the preparation. I think what you're trying to say, they were not prepared enough, mentally, physically. All that stuff. Azat Purkaz's clearance went horribly wrong. But that just sums up the form Sepahan are in terms of defense. And also, this carries on into match day 4. I told you, lost both games, 2-0. If you look at this particular goal, which they have considered, look, very little space. A centre-back does this.
Yeah. And then not only that, right? So this is the opening goal in the
match day 4.
Day 4, right? Just for reference, because you can't see it. But if you watch that opening goal, match day 4, look at the shape of the defense of Sepahan.
Talking about good keeping in the competition. Well, horrible keeping in the competition. Keeper should have done better on the second goal.
Yeah, on the second goal,
you can't concede stuff like that through the legs.
Yeah, it was through the legs. And here's the other thing: the ball isn't moving fast. The guy in front of Payam, the striker's probably 10 yards in front of him. You've got enough time to drop down and get the ball. And the shot is at you. It's directly at you. It wasn't a powerful shot. It was just slid through the legs. and not even directly next to him. Like I say, it was 10 yards out. That should be enough time for a professional goalkeeper to drop down.
There's another thing I want to talk about. We'll also discuss Al-Nassr and how they learned from their defensive mistake in match day 3 and, managed to fix all of their errors. Sepahan, on the other hand,
did not.
Not only they conceded this, sloppy goals. Look how open their defense. I mean, this is a centre back. 2 Al-Nassr players in the centre.
Yeah. So
all it takes is a through. Hamdallah only blew this chance, but this should have been really a goal.
Yeah, and that's a credit to Al-Nassr as well, because like I say, if in that particular instance, this is for the second goal on match day 4. If you look at the build up to it, the defense is not in position in that case.
I think at this stage they are all attack because they have nothing to lose. But look how open.
Yeah.
This is just unacceptable.
So they do have a back line. Like you can see that there is some sort of back 4, right? But one of the centre backs is now not paying attention, and that creates the space for the striker to come through. Right, so you see, like you've got this defensive line here with basically 3 players from the opposition on side, because this one guy who's here should really be back in here in a 5, and then everyone's offside.
Maybe play the offside point. Yeah, maybe play the offside game, but he didn't want to risk anything.
Yeah.
With this performance and the situation Sepahan are in, I think it's time to say goodbye.
Yeah.
And with that, we're gonna move on to Al Hilal, the former champion of the competition, up against Pakhtakor, and see how